Hello, wonderful viewers out there. How are you doing? I trust you are doing fine. You are on to your favorite program again, which is that personality program. It's a time when we discuss some issues together, when we try to enlighten ourselves, we educate ourselves on the happenings in the society and the country at large. And I remain your delectable host, Kayode Ayene. And today we are having a wonderful personality to have a chat with. And she is the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Civil Orientation in Osun State. She is the Distinguished Commissioner of Information and Civil Orientation, just like I said. And her name, I am too small to really mention or to really pronounce. So now I will call on her to mention her name and introduce herself to our viewers out there. You're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Please, can you tell the viewers your name, ma'am?
My name is Funke Ogbemode, the Commissioner for Information and Civic Orientation, Osun State.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Just like I said the other time, you can see her looking gorgeous. I said it, I cannot introduce her name by myself, but she's a high personality and a person of relevance in the state. So you are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Please, ma'am, as the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Civil Orientation, what are your constitutional duties?
I speak for the government. I am the image maker. I am the head of the state newsroom because we operate a single newsroom in the state. And my duty, my job, is to ensure that whatever the governor is doing, whatever the government is doing, is made known, is publicized. We clarify issues. The Ministry of Information is in charge of the image making of the state, and we ensure that we cover all the events of the state and make sure that everybody gets to know what the activities are, what the plans for government are, and we also correct misconceptions and notions around government.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that wonderful statement. Ma'am, we would like to tell us some achievement of the present administration so far compared to the previous administration in the state.
First, governance as a continuum. And for the Governor Adigboyega Oyetola administration, it's about touching lives, it's about doing what the people want, it's about affecting them and leaving the state better than he met it. So his focus from the get-go has been to ensure that he knows what the needs of the people are and not just decide for them what they want. So he started with a thank you tour by moving around all the constituencies across the state and thanking them for support for the election, the electioneering and everything that brought him into office, and then asking the people what they wanted. So during the thank you tour and the citizen needs assessment backed by the DFID UK, the governor was able to come up with a compendium of the needs of the people. And so it's been easy for him to be loved by the people because he asked them first what they wanted. So he's not building town halls where hospitals are needed. And so you find his touch in different areas. The one that has cut across the state has been health, which is a cardinal point for him, which is a promise that he made to the states that a healthy state is the one that's going to be a wealthy state. And so he's building primary health care centers across the state. There are 332 wards in Osun, political wards, and is building one primary health care center in each ward, so that if you know, a lot of people go to tertiary hospitals for primary health care needs. You cannot have a running stomach and have to run all the way from run across like 4 local governments to go to the state capital. Now the governor has moved across all the constituency. As at Monday, out of the 332, as at Monday, he had finished 315 out of the 332. And it's a daily thing. Work is ongoing everywhere. And now these are not primary health care centers that are just structures. They are primary health care centers where services are free, drugs are supplied, all the consumables are made available by the state. And so he asked people, and they said they wanted that, and then he has delivered on that. Don't also forget that if he had not done the general hospital Ejigbo when he did, the country would have suffered for it, not just the state, because he's always very responsive. And somehow the Ejigbo General Hospital came in handy when the returnees from the Cote d'Ivoire arrived suddenly, unannounced. They just arrived. So we had a fitted, brand new General Hospital to keep them, to take care of them, and ensure that those who are from other states also got attention until they were fit to travel, and we guided them back. Apart from health, because if I continue to talk about health, we probably will be here for quite a while. There are the roads. You can see just yesterday, 2 days ago, the governor started inspecting the dredging activities. Yes, because NEMA, NIMET informed everybody. Every state is aware of how many local governments will experience flood. And Osun is also one of the states mentioned, and we're supposed to have flood in about 15 local governments. And so the governor giving marching orders to the ministries and the agencies involved. But he didn't just sit back to wait for them to tell him this is what we have done. He wore his boots and he went to inspect. And this is not just about the state capital. It's going to go across the state. So he's working in every ministry. He's working in every agency. There are roads that have not been touched, like the Adaibajo road that had not been touched for about 32 years. Nobody had gone to rehabilitate or, you know, make it look better, make the people feel that they are part of us, part of the state. It's gone there, flagged it off. There is the Kelebe Oshogbo Irabiji Road. Okay. Even my old father was shocked that we were opening it up, and now they flagged it up. And above all of this, a very senior colleague of mine called yesterday and asked whether we had been, that he knew that he felt that I had not been paid for 10 months. I said, oh, that's a different Osun. The Osun under Oyetola, salaries are paid. Most of the time you get your alert when you least expect it to come. So the governor has been able to, you know, touch different sectors, okay, whether it's water or Ministry of Water Resources or Ministry of Women Affairs. All the agencies are feeling the impact of the governor. It doesn't matter whether COVID is happening or COVID is not happening. Nobody was allowed to just go to sleep. No commissioner, no head of any agency was allowed to go to sleep. So everything is going on. Pensions are being paid. apart from statutory one that is being paid every month, is also trying to clear their arrears. I just finished a statement where I did the calculation as a journalist. In 6 weeks, Governor Itola has been able to release 708 million, and salaries have been paid, and next month's salaries will be paid. And everybody was thinking that this governor will not be able to do anything. There's paucity of fund, the state is broke, the state will not be able to pick its bills. It's picking all its bills.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. As we outside, I believe you are learning a lot. You have been hearing information concerning the achievement of the present administration under the leadership of Governor Boyiga Oyetola. So, coming down to that, how well do you communicate this achievement to the people? Because some persons are of the opinion that these achievements are not glaring enough for them to see. There are so many persons that tag the governor as, a gentleman. They said he does the action and doesn't talk much. But these actions these achievements are not glaring enough for them. How well do you communicate this to the people so as to be aware and abreast of the development in the state?
Communication, publicity is a journey. It's not a destination. It's what you do on a daily basis. We are doing as much as we can today, and then tomorrow we're going to do more. That's the way this place runs. That's the way the government wants it run. It's not about just noise for noise sake. It's about noise for the governor's activity. Like everybody has seen, it's not a man who cuts trouble. It's not a man who cuts controversy. It's just a governor who instructed us to publicize only what he's doing. And we're doing that a lot on the new media, in broadcast and print. We have people who are always making sure that we get noticed. And then in the last 1 week, we've decided that these primary healthcare centers that we have that has become a reference point in the country, because Osun is not the only state that got the grant for health, to improve healthcare service, but we are leading the pack, because if you look at what is happening in other states, they are going to have to do a catch-up with Governor Itola, because there's no Sunday here, and so we have to publicize whatever he's doing. So we are now doing, we are spreading our, we've recorded a documentary which will be updated and upgraded to include, because as we shoot, write a script and do the shooting, we find out that something else has happened. For instance, I told you now that we've done 315 PHCs as a Monday, but in the documentary it says that we have done 270. Now I'm sure between Monday and now it probably is 317, and so we are almost done. So we now air this documentary. For instance, we've aired beyond the state, we've aired within the state. We started with OSBC has aired, NT Oshobo has aired, we've aired now on TVC, we've aired on channels. We are moving it around because we don't want to just limit our publicity or whatever we're doing to the state, because a lot of Osun indigenes are outside the state and they do come home to vote. Some of them are registered voters here, so we cannot just
sideline them.
We can't let them not be aware of their investment in Governor Oyetola. If they voted for him, they deserve to know what is going on.
Okay, thank you very much. So, coming to that, with the publications you have carried out so far, the dividends of development is when you tell people, when you inform them about the development, when you get the response, you'll be geared up to do more. So, has there been any positive a response from the people of the state, or have they reacted in any way that might have stir up the positive minds of the governor or the government itself to really do more for them? Would you say they are on the side of the present administration now through this?
Yeah, when you ask somebody what he wants and you go ahead and do exactly that, instead of sitting in a corner and deciding that the people of Osogbo need roads, when actually what they want is water, or if they want primary health care centers so that everybody doesn't go to the teaching hospital with malaria. What the governor did was ask people what they wanted. So now they're happy. He goes out, whether announced or announced, and you have to control crowd. If I remember even last year when he did the walk with some members of the ESCO and the people from the party, the crowd kept on growing as we were walking, and they had to tell people that it's not a rally, it's not a campaign, it's just a walk to, I remember it was a walk against gender-based violence then, and people were happy then, and I can tell you they're happier now. There's more crowd around him cheering, whether they are invited or not. Everybody is happy because they are shocked that, okay, the state is supposed to be broke. So where is he finding money to do all of that? Flag off this road, COVID or no COVID. There is the Alekuodo road in Osogbo, and in one day, for this, about 55 kilometers was also flagged, and each road that he flagged off, each contract that was awarded had a timeline, and they're delivering on those timelines, because the Alekuodo road was started just before the lockdown, and it was delivered during the lockdown. So the people are happy. We're getting feedback. We are doing a documentary. We package its activities every week on different stations, local and national.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Our viewers, I believe you are learning a lot from the statement being made by the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Civil Orientation. Now we are going to this special question that has been causing doubt and insinuations and contemplations in the minds of people. And the question is, Honorable Commissioner, so many persons believe that what the governor is doing now is trying to put a negative sign on the previous administration. Considering the fact that when the former governor was on seat, he was the chief of staff, so they were in the government together running the activities of the state. So now that he won the election and asked the people, what do you want, and people are saying things that they want, and he's doing it, some persons are still perceiving that he's trying to reverse the policies of the previous administration, whereby because maybe they think there's a disunity or there's no rapport between them any longer. So what can you say about this?
Like I said, the governor asked the people what they wanted, and it's not doing anything the people don't want. You will see what you call reversal. It's not really a reversal. It's not a reversal at all in any way. Now, if somebody wants something and asks for it and you give it to the person, there will be applause. If the people didn't want what Governor Oyetola did or has done or is going to do, you will see reactions. So it's not a reversal. The previous administration gave its best as far as it knew to the state. So this is a new administration, manned and headed by a man who asked questions about what the people wanted, and is delivering on what they want. And you don't see protests, you don't see rallies against what he's doing, because the people want what he did, and he will not do anything outside of what is the demand of the people. So there's no such thing as reversal. The former governor of Beni Aregbesola did what he thought was the best for the state. And now we are moving on by building on foundations laid by previous governors, not just the immediate past governor. This governor wants to make his mark, leave his fruit in the sands of time, and ensure that 20, 50 years from now, people can remember his years in office. That's what it's about. It's not about reversing anybody's policy. It's about people saying, this thing has been here for long enough, can you please remove it? This thing has been here for a long time, can you improve on it? And that's exactly what the government is doing.
Wow. Have you said, I believe your doubt has been cleared already for what the Honorable Commissioner just said, that it's not reverse as you say, it is something that has to be improved on. You know, the governor asked the people, what do you want? And the people reacted, okay, we want this, that is what he is doing. So, before we move on to the next question, I would like you to talk on the policies now. You know, considering the fact that the state has now said schools, a public school now should now go to their different uniforms and go back to their old names. How soon will this be implemented?
The white paper is out. We've released statements on when this will happen. We'll even put a date on it.
Oh, awesome.
The students can start wearing their uniforms by November 9.
Okay.
The original uniforms, the uniforms that were traditionally the uniforms of each school. So now, if you are from Osogbo Grammar School and you are found loitering when you should be in school, you cannot say that you are not a student of Osogbo Grammar School, that you are a student of St. Charles, because the uniform are now going to be different. If you are caught doing something from November 9, and definitely your uniform will show where you are. And the old student associations are already getting ready to celebrate with their new school uniform, or the return of their traditional uniform. So everything will take effect physically from the new academic session. So November 9, people, pupils, students will start wearing their traditional uniforms across the states.
Okay. Thank you very much, man. Viewers out there, it is time for us to go on a short break. Stay tuned, I will be right back. Okay, welcome back from the break. If you are just joining us, we are with the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Civil Orientation in Osun State, Distinguished Honorable Mrs. Lufonke Egbemodi, and we have been chatting with her on some information that the people need to know. We have been asking her to tell us so many things that the people need to know, so as to know of the development and acknowledge the fact that this present administration is working for the people. So, Ma, as it is now, there are so many placards and billboards everywhere saying the governor is going for second term. Some are saying second term is sure. Some are saying definitely he will win. And to our own knowledge as the media, we are yet to hear the public declaration from the governor himself. So what can you say about this? Because barely is 2 years in office and people are already working seriously. They're saying 4 plus 4 is 8. You see billboard everywhere. You see Oyetola, Ilerioluwa continue. So we want you to clear that out. Is it that the governor has made the public declaration in private, those persons, or is yet to do it? Because we want to know what they are doing. So many persons are confused.
Those are people who are just expressing their fundamental human rights. There are groups, there are people who have seen what the governor has done.
Okay, they are now calling him to do. What if the governor is not having intention of running again?
He will tell them. Until then, you know there's going to be an announcement of the INEC calendar. There is always that for electioneering, and the time to do this, the time to pick your form, the time to make official declaration. That is the official calendar. But you cannot tell people not to ask questions. You cannot tell people not to express themselves. Those are public expressions of people in the state. And it's those billboards, those banners, those stickers, those hailings and slogans across the state. I am not from Osogbo local government. I'm from Udrotin local government, and it's there. Everybody is setting up secretariats. Everybody in the state is happy. And where they are not happy, you would have noticed. Yeah, because as a reporter for quite a number of years, I've visited states where even by the first or second year of a governor, you will feel tension, you feel dissatisfaction in the state. So sometimes those agitations, I wake up call for the governor they are not happy with to wake up and do better. For us in Osun, it is a call to do more for the people who in 2 years, almost 2 years, are happy enough to ask him to do more. But is not distracted by that. Like he tells us as media people, please talk only about what I'm doing. Don't respond to anything outside of activities or my achievements or what I'm doing. So we are focused as a government on how to do more tomorrow, Saturday, how to do more the next day and the day after, and all of that. That is what the government is interested in. And you know, everybody sees him as a gentleman. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't cause trouble. Wait until he gives you a deadline, and then you don't meet it. With his gentlemanly voice, he's going to show massive displeasure. He's one man that, you know, is angry and you're not really sure whether to shake but he makes himself very clear, and he doesn't want people moving deadlines. If he says you should deliver on this project on Tuesday, then you should deliver on it, or he's going to get angry. And that's all it's about right now. But we can't stop people who are happy in less than 24 months from asking him to do more. So those banners and flyers and car stickers are about people happy with their government.
Okay. In 60 seconds, I want you to play yourself personally. You work with the governor and the people. So to a very large extent, you will know some information that the people might not know. So now, just like you said, that he's not distracted with this billboard and with this area. Are you trying to say that he's not interested? He just wants to face governance and complete his tenure without second term? How do we have to 60 seconds?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
I said that the man is working. He's determined to work. You should see the number of hours we try to keep up. And the people are saying they want more. He cannot publicly go against guidelines for when to make public declaration. When it's time to make a public declaration, I'm sure it's going to hit the call of his people. Don't forget, it started by asking them what they wanted. The thank you talk, the citizens' needs assessment. He asked the people what they wanted. So if they want him for another 4 years, he's going to ask them again, why do you want me for 4 years? They're going to tell him. They're already showing signs that they want him for another 4 years. It's not a governor who sits in his office and decides for the people of Osun. He's going to heed the call of the people if they want him. You know, he was a successful man before he came to Osun. So this for him is about service. Okay. And seriously, honest to God, you need to want to serve to work with Governor Oyetola. He's a hardworking man who inspires all of us. So when it's time, he's going to declare for the people. He's going to do what they want, because that's how it started, doing exactly what the people want.
Awesome. Thank you very much, ma. So the last question we have here is, with all you've said so far, you know, the achievement that the governor has, you know, back on so many things he has been doing. It has been positive in the state, you know. So better just then there will be challenges, there will be some, you know, some problems that the government will be encountering. So we might just say he's doing positive things, he's heeding to the call of the people, he's working for the people. There will be some challenges that might be restricting him to really do some things. Maybe he wants to do more. So we'd like you to tell us some of the challenges facing this present administration that has really restricted them from doing some things that they wish to do.
The governor has very, very great ambitions. Sometimes we are shocked when he tells you what he wants to do. Don't forget that in November last year, we had an economic summit. He just wants the state to be known for other things apart from paying salaries of civil servants. He wants this to be an economic hub. And you will see that we have revved up activities in mining, for instance, because that's the way to go. Because the things that a governor will want to do for his people are hampered by the finances available. So, and COVID-19 has wore us down, has reduced our receipts from the federation account, has restricted and reduced IGR. So there is that financial hamper, that limitation by not having enough funds. But you know the governor is a man of honor. If he has promised I will deliver on something, he intends to. And because he came from the private sector, he has real good network that even us commissioners try to leverage on. And so that's why you see all those activities in mining. Osun is now part of those states that will help Nigeria diversify its economy. So apart from not having enough money to turn a state into an economic hub overnight, he just wants everybody to work hard in supporting. And that's all. We need more funds. We're looking at mining. The governor has great ambitions that if the people were to hear some of them, they will be shocked at what the man wants to do. But for one, he wants to ensure that the states begin to reap from the plenty of minerals that we work on, because Osun is very blessed and we have no business with being poor, and he wants to make sure that he leaves this state a wealthy state, and a state who begins to tap its potentials and making use of it. Like I always say, Osun has been sitting on his gold and is ready to start wearing it.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. And we outside there, I believe you have learned a lot today. For so many persons that have been contemplating or having this doubt that the administration of the governor, Mr. Boyega Oyetola, is not really doing so many things. But now your doubt has been cleared and you have heard about the achievement and what the governor has in stock for you. And for those saying reversal of previous administration policy, now it has been clear that it is not reversal as well. It is improvement on the laid down status quo and the procedures of the previous administration. That is to say, governance is continuous. So thank you very much for your time today, Honorable Commissioner. Her name is Honorable Commissioner Mrs. Olufunke Egbemodi, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Civil Orientation in Osun State. Thank you very much for your time today, ma'am. We thank you for the audience. Thank you for enlightening us and telling us what we don't know as the people of the state. So thank you very much. We hope to call on you subsequently if any question arises based on what we discussed today.
I'll be here to answer more questions.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. So thank you very much, viewers, for watching. I've been your delightful host, Kayode Ayeni, and see you same time next week when we'll have another personality to have a chat with. And for me now, it's a bye-bye. Thank you.